Welcome to TMXing Adventures. My name is Lisa Keegan and this week we're doing sauces. Now yesterday we did a beautiful pizza sauce. Today we're moving on to a barbecue sauce. And to be more particular, this is a hoisin honey barbecue sauce for something a bit different. Now when I first got my Ivana, the first thing I noticed in the book was the beautiful barbecue chicken pizza. So with that, I need a barbecue sauce, but we don't have sauces typically in this house. And if we do, it's because I've made it. So today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful sauce in the Thermomix. You'll notice as we go along, it's actually a USA recipe. You'll see it's in ounces. Don't let that scare you when you've got a Thermomix. The scales have just converted. Can you see down there, they've actually changed to ounces, which makes it so easy. How cool is that? So take off the lid, tear it back. Now it's calling for shallots. I don't have shallots, but I got purple onion. I presume that would do just instead. So 2 ounces. Now a little trick with your ounces to grams if you're shopping, like on the Thermomix it just converts. But if you're shopping down the aisles and you're like, oh, I need 2 ounces of shallots, what's that? Multiply by 3 and add a 0. So that would actually be the equivalent. If they're asking for 2 ounces, it would be about 60 grams. So it gave me an idea that I needed a smaller onion, not a big onion. Now I've used a purple onion. It's kind of the closest thing to a shallot that I had in my pantry. 2 cloves of garlic, in they go. And then we need to put, some sesame oil. Now I used to just do a straight swap and I got in trouble multiple times from you guys telling me that I really should use sesame oil because apparently it's got a unique flavor. So sesame oil apparently isn't about the fact that it's making the bowls, smoother. It's actually to do with the flavor. So there you go. However, as much as I say use your sesame oil, if you don't have it, use olive oil. Don't let that stop you making a recipe. Use what you've got, all right? Insert the measuring cup in the mixing bowl lid. This is going to chop for 3 seconds, speed 7, our usual chop time. Let's do that. We're all very familiar. It was doing speed 5. There you go. The US do it different. They go 3 seconds, speed 5. Anyway, I did spin it a bit higher. Now it says to scrape down the sides without the measuring cup, and now it's going to cook that off for 3 minutes. So this is, again, very familiar to us, especially when it comes to dinners and things like this. And if you're not familiar to Thermomix and today's your first kind of experience of it, or maybe you're early on exploring, most of your main meal recipes have this 3 to 5 minute cook time where it gives you time to prep your next step. So it might be prepping your veggies or prepping your meat or getting the things out of the pantry or making sure you've got the ingredients, those sorts of things. So it really does make your timer really efficient in the kitchen. It means you're not stuck in the kitchen very long. It's usually 3 to 5 minutes and then you're out of there, which is what I love because it means I get to go do more important things. You can hear this sizzling. Love the TM6. It gets so hot so quick. Now notice the temperature says 250 Fahrenheit. Again, it's a US recipe from Cookie Do. So you just spin the dial and it does it for you. That's about, if you halve it, that's about our Celsius. So it's about 125 degrees Celsius, 120 degrees Celsius. Now there are a few ingredients I am lacking on this recipe today, but I'm not going to let that stop me making it. I am missing some things, and I'm actually also, usually I've got like homemade hoisin sauce and stuff, but when the fridges went bunk a month or so ago, I lost my hoisin. Hoisin is beautiful. There's a recipe for it with bao buns on your Cookie Do. Try it out. So last year, a whole lot of you guys were online with me doing cook-alongs on weekends, and we made hoisin sauce and bao buns. It was amazing, and so many of you walked away saying, oh my gosh, that hoisin sauce, I'll never buy it again. I did have to buy it again because mine went off and I don't have peanuts at the moment. So anyway, work with what you've got. Okay, I'm going to stop this early just so that I can continue on and show you. And the beautiful thing about Thermomix is you can actually just say, you know what, I'm the boss and I'm going to stop it early. So first things first is hoisin sauce. Let's put that in. I don't know if this has been opened. Yes, it has. 4 ounces. So that again, oh no. Multiplied by 3 and add a 0. So it's about the equivalent of 120 grams. If I can get it out of the container. This is why I like to make it myself, because then, haven't even successfully got any out yet, then it's in a jar that I can use. All right, I'm going to use the end of this. Let's see how we go. We're aiming for a fair amount. Like this jar is actually 210 mils, and we're looking for a fair amount. I may end up doing this off camera so that I don't make a massive mess. So, because the lid is only so big. I'm only not even halfway there yet. All right. Didn't plan that very well, did I? Oh, it's coming out. Here we go. Luckily as well, you can see the scales going up. So that's the beautiful thing as well. Our Thermomix has the scales, so it does the measuring for us. Oh, we made it. Phew, I was a bit worried there. All right, next, 2 ounces of honey. I'm using a rice malt syrup. You can use honey if you like. You could use maple if you prefer. Obviously, each one has a little unique flavour to it. But yes, use what you've got. All right, 4 ounces. I wouldn't cut this short, by the way. This is going to make it, this is part of the thickener, the sugar in it kind of toffee and thickens, and that's what is going to give it the nice texture, the nice sauce that you can then put in a squeezy bottle and squeeze over the top of your pizza. Okay, 3 ounces of ketchup. Ketchup's obviously very US. I'm just going to use a tomato paste, which I talked about yesterday, except now I've made a mess of my spoon. I'm going to have to go the other way around. Can I get you to get me a spoon, Toby? Just get one of the kids to get me a spoon, because my spoon has this thing on the wrong side. The next ingredient is going to be a rice wine vinegar. Over in the top drawer, buddy. You got a spoon? There we go. There we go. Thanks, buddy. I don't mind which one. Any spoon will work. How are you guys going today, by the way? Thanks to those of you popping on and saying hi. All right, 3 ounces of ketchup. So again, 369 out of 0, 90 grams is what you're after. Obviously, ketchup would be sweetened and stuff. I suppose the other thing you could use is those of you who have been cooking along to my videos. I know lots of you guys actually watch the replay and cook later to them. You could actually use yesterday's sauce. I reckon that would be beautiful in here, which would then have that really nice flavours. So I reckon you could do that as well. Okay, next, cooking wine. Now, I don't have cooking wine, but I've got the rice wine vinegar, which is the next step. So it says 2 ounces of rice vinegar. So I'm going to put in 4 ounces, both of those together. I'm sure it's not going to be exactly the taste it's supposed to be, but, you know, work with what you've got. I'd also use, if I had to, I'd use white vinegar. I reckon that would work perfectly fine as well. I'm going to need to put this on the shopping list. There we go. But as I said, don't let that put you off because you don't have the right ingredients. Yes, it might change the traditional flavour, but I reckon it's still going to be pretty amazing. Okay, 1 ounce of soy sauce. It's not much. It's 30 grams. I've got tamari here. Oh, not quite. There we go. 1 ounce. And then, nearly done. So now, this is where I'm lacking. I'm actually missing my sriracha, which is like a sweet chili sauce, and I could put sweet chili sauce in. However, I'm pretty much out. I am going to scrape out the very bottom of the bottle off camera. Stop rocking. Thank you. I've got little helpers hanging around. It's always this time of day. They turn up magically when the Thermomix is doing things. So I will put that in later. Thankfully, my kids don't like spice anyway, but I do think it needs a little bit of something. So even a little pinch of paprika, I think, would do the job. Chinese 5 spice. Make that in your Thermomix. It's really tasty and easy. I can't remember if there's a cookie dough recipe. There's certainly ones you can find online, and they just use your everyday spices that you've probably got at home if you've got a Thermomix. So really tasty too. So do make that one. Now without the measuring cup. It's going to now cook beautifully for 23 minutes. It doesn't want the measuring cup. It is a fair amount of liquid in there. Keep an eye on it. I would actually be tempted to do like we did yesterday, put your aroma on top to sterilise your jar, because I actually think as this steams, as much as we want the humidity out, I reckon it's going to splatter. So my little safety clause is please put your aroma on with your jar to sterilise, or put your simmering basket there to stop the splatter, or TM6 owners, you've got a splash guard. Because I think I'm going to have splatters on the bench if I don't, okay? And we don't want a big mess to clean up if we don't need to. When this is done, let it cool, jar it up, let it cool, and then use it how you would want to. So you could use this beautifully on things like ribs. I want to try and make some of those alternative things in the pizza oven, but if you don't have a pizza oven, use an oven. Chicken, I reckon on chicken pieces would be beautiful. Pizza, obviously. So lots of ways that you can put this on a protein and cook it, and it just lift that flavour and that level. And you know what you've made. It's all yours. You can take ownership, feel really proud of yourself for making such beautiful food in your Thermomix. So I hope you give this recipe a go. Let me know what you think. And when you do make it, share your pictures. I love to see what you are making in your Thermomix. Now, if you're watching replays, do hashtag the replay. And do let me know if I can help you with your Thermomix. At the moment, we've got a trade-in offer happening. So if you've got a TM31 or a TM5 and you want to trade it in, you can trade it in and get a TM6. That is an amazing offer. Reach out if I can help you with that. I'd love to be the one who supports you to get the most out of your TM6. And thank you to those of you who already have reached out, those of you who have supported me. You know, I exist because you guys back me. So thank you very much for that. From the bottom of my heart and my family's, I really do appreciate that. So, the other thing I guess is at the moment you can buy a Thermomix, not including trade-in offer, but you can buy a Thermomix and it actually comes with some gifts. So you get a bread tin and a Thermomix oven, not oven mat, the big mat, the bread mat that you would have seen me use with things like pizza before, for free. So that's really generous of Thermomix in Australia to chuck something in for free when you're purchasing a Thermomix. So do make sure friends and family know. Also make sure they know my details so that they can purchase through me, and so that I can thank you as well. So have a great afternoon, guys. Take care. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow afternoon for some more Thermomixing, and I'll share the photo later too. So look out for that.